a girl running in a group. She had a high-speed motor in a 40 Ford coupe. She had a racing cam and a supercharged. Look at Buddy, hot rod at large. She's a hot rod. She's a hot rod. She's my hot rod.
AM 1420, 95.1 FM, WIMS, Talk of the South Shore. P Hotline this hour brought to you by Big George the Carguy. Big George, what's on, man? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Rick?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I just hung up with Sweet Lou, and she delivered this morning. It's too bad I didn't know that she was going to do it. It was a surprise for us. I would have had you come in studio for your thing today. She brought over sausage breakfast pizza with eggs, cheese, and all kinds of a light, like oven-baked crust. And she brought over another one with ham on it, and it's to die for. I'm eating it right now.
Oh, my God, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
You know, if Sweet Lou cooks it, I eat it. I'm telling you.
Well, and you've been here for our Christmas parties a couple years in a row, and other times that we've had Sweet Lou's. And you and I, your lovely wife, Sandy, we munch to the masses, don't we? Huh?
Oh, baby. I tell you what, I still remember that chicken stuff. It was just, she had a name for it, but it was, who cares? I call it great.
Yeah, me too. I'm all about that. And the desserts are to die for. And her dessert roll, it's just, I could taste it all right now. I could taste it right now, Big George.
I know, me too. God, you're making me hungry.
All right, so I want to throw this out there. We do have your show coming up tonight, Big George the Carguy, 928 Car Guys. It's a simulcast with Big George. We do it here on WIMS on 95.1 FM and AM 1420, 5 to 6. And then up on our brother station, WHFB, we do it from 6 to 7. And then we do a broadcast on Saturdays, still at our same time slot, 10 a.m. at WIMS, 11 a.m. at WHFB. What are you thinking about the new show and all the stuff we're doing with it?
Well, the feedback, Rick, has been just great. Positive. I haven't heard one drawback, and yet we've had two shows or one show under our belt. We're going for number 2 tonight. It's going to be wonderful. It's a lot more fun to do it on the drive time. You're talking to a lot of people in their cars. It's really, it's the holy grail of radio is to be on when everybody's in their car.
Absolutely agree. We have a young man that's here shadowing me in studio from LaPorte High School. He's got a few days left, and he had a question about oil in his car. Tell Big George who you are, please.
Hey, George, I'm Jonathan Lambert.
Hello, Jonathan.
Hello.
He's kind of hanging out right across from me. You know how spazzy I am in the morning. And I asked him if he ever wakes up this early. What did you say? You're getting up about what, 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock, yeah.
And then you kind of get yourself in gear. So like he's all over the place. So he pulls up.
Are you kidding? Rick's already in round 7 by 6 o'clock.
I wake up every morning at 1:40. So I'm up at 1:40, take my shower. Most of the time I have my clothes ironed, jump in my car, do my rosary on the way here, bond with a bunch of people, get here to do my show. But when I got here this morning, there was pizza being delivered. Young Jonathan was on his ride in and here. And so it was kind of nice. So I've been showing him the digs, the studios, the production stuff. He's hanging out in the on-air studio now. But I was telling him that you were going to be on, and him and I started talking about cars. And I turn to you, Big George, when I need to get my car done. But Jonathan, what's the question you had about oil, young man? Go for it.
How often should you have an oil change done on your car?
Well, some of the new cars claim, Jonathan, they can go 7,000 miles. There's even an oil out there that brags their once-a-year oil changes. You know what I do? The oil change is the cheapest thing you can do to maintain your car correctly. It's just the simplest maintenance. I do it every 3,000 miles. I don't ask any questions of the manufacturer. I don't care what the dashboard tells me. I know as a car person for 40-some plus years that the best thing you can do is keep that oil clean. You could actually change just the filter and do a better service if you would just change the filter every so often. But you got to change the oil too. But the filter collects all the dirt, and that oil products have dirt and grit and soot and leftover, and the petroleum products just have to come out. They have to get out and get fresh, clean oil in there.
So there's your answer to that, because we were just chatting, and the whole, making sure the repairs are done and the car's up and running. So we're in spring and we're rolling into summer, obviously. What would you say about, checking the radiator, checking the air conditioning to make sure it works and all kinds of stuff with like Freon, if you want to just kind of throw out a few things there, George, for us, please?
Well, Rick, how all those little fuzzy things collect in your air conditioner at home, they collect in your air conditioner on your car, too. People don't think about that. They think, oh my God, it's summertime. My car's starting to run a little bit hotter. My air doesn't work real good. It's because everything's clogged up with those little fuzzy things from the fall. You just didn't notice it all winter because it was cold. Now that it's warm, it needs the air circulation. Those are things you really got to think about. Take the hose to the grill, spray it down, get all that junk out of there. That's the first thing you want to do. Yeah, the antifreeze, of course, has to be checked. It's got to be 50-50, that kind of thing. But it's fine. It'll be, you know what, if you are regular with your oil changes and you've got a good technician, he'll check all that every time he changes your oil anyway.
George, throw out your number for your place because I want folks to know if you're really looking for your own personalized team and mechanic, George can help you out. He's a hop, skip, and jump away straight off of Torrance and 8094, which, by the way, right now is at a standstill because of a wicked, wicked situation. So if you're coming out of Illinois into Lake County, try to be aware of that. You might want to opt for 394 to duck around that. Also, those of you coming from 65, the Michigan City corridor, towards that way, be alert because it's a standstill from Klein up through Lake County with an ongoing police investigation. So,
you know what, Rick? My shop is on Ridge Road, which will now be bumper to bumper.
Yep,
as well, because everybody gets off the expressway and gets on Ridge Road or Route 30.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, is it going to be crowded uptown?
I know that. I'll throw this out there to you too, George. On a side note, today on the show, we're going to be simulcasting as we do each and every week. We're on Facebook Live. We got the free TuneIn Radio app. We put stuff up on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Tell me what's coming up on the show today. Any special guests?
Oh, yeah. No special guests today, I don't believe, but we're going to check into the autonomous driving. My goodness, we've had another crash, and now a development. And remember that crash where the lady was killed because she stepped out in front of this autonomous car? They tried to blame it on the driver, the safety driver that was in the car, were not paying attention, yada, yada.
Yes.
Well, it's all come to fruition. What comes around, the car guy says comes around. Trust me. There was a glitch in the software. We're going to talk about that tonight. They found out that there was a glitch in the software. And I've always said, you're going to let this car drive you, but look at your computer when you're sitting in front of it. How many times have you had to reboot it because of a glitch? You can't do that at 60 miles an hour.
I want to throw this out there to you, Big George. You said autonomous. That means that there's no driver, correct?
Right. Well, when they do the testing, they have a person sitting in the driver's seat, but he's not touching anything.
Okay.
He's like the backup.
Okay.
But you can't blame that guy if this car does something wrong.
Well, I'm with you.
You got to blame the computer. I want to ask Jonathan a question. Can I ask Jonathan a question?
Yes. Sure.
Jonathan, at your age, now you're high school, would you consider getting in a car and letting it drive you instead of you driving it?
Honestly, I'd be a little scared to let that happen. I feel more comfortable driving, me
I got to tell you, it's a new generation that I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm too old. It would not get through my brain to let me do that.
No, I'm so totally with you on that. We are looking forward to 928 Car Guys, Big George coming up tonight. 5 p.m. Call and ask your questions when you're on your ride home. Keep it locked down to Alex Besson. Of course, Big George in on Wednesday, 5 to 6. You could check it out on Facebook Live. You could use the free TuneIn Radio app and plug that bad boy into your dashboard or utilize it on your phone. We've got the live stream for you around the world, WIMSradio.com, WHFBradio.com, and of course on our 4 radio stations, 95.1 FM and AM 1420 WIMS, and 102.5 FM and AM 1060 WHFB. My young friend here, Big George, it's going to be gorgeous the rest of the week. So get out there and get that hot rod and keep it locked down to WIMS and WHFB.
Oh, yeah. Rock on.
Rock on. All right. We'll see you soon. Didn't Jonathan do good so far this morning? Huh?
I think he's great.
Me too. Thanks, man.
All right, man. Bye.
AM 1420, 95.1 FM, WIMS, Michigan City, a Girard Media Company, streaming live at WIMSradio.com.